Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Eggsy, and today we have a special unit I would like to review. It is the Masked Bullies. The Masked Bullies is the new season craftable unit. You can craft them by obtaining all 4 of these units. And then there's like this special crafting thing. It's like you need 150 Agony, 10 Bonnies, 10 Chicas, 10 Foxies, 10 Freddies, and then like a random amount of these guys. I don't know. It's a very odd crafting recipe, but you know, you get the idea. Now, the Masked Bullies are a starter, apparently. So they're 850 to place down. They have a DPS of 700. That seems awfully high for a starter, no? Where's another starter unit? Can we get like, I don't know, I guess Rock and Bonnie 250. I understand that it's a nightmare unit, but that seems awfully high. A damage of 1.33k per hit, a cooldown of 1.9, and a range of 24.2. Then we've got the passives. We have Heckle, which is an active ability, unlocks at upgrade 1. The group of teenagers will start yelling, causing the enemies to be insecure. Deals 3 knockback and 20% damage every second. Interesting. Okay. Crying Cannon. The Foxy Bully will shoot the crying child out of every 4th attack, resulting in the bullies dealing 150 damage. Oh my god, he is... Wait. Oh my god, he is in the thing. He is in the... That's awful. That's awful. That's so bad. Anyway, we're going to be loading into an Endless. We're going to be testing him out. This is going to be interesting because I won't have to, like, build up the cost. So we're immediately into it, and we can just place down the unit instantly. All right, so interesting. So this is what it looks like to place down, and then they expand out. That's very nice. So Masked Bullies, 500, Cone of 0. That doesn't seem right. I think that might be a visual bug or something. Yeah, we've got this. Let's just... They're actually holding their own pretty well. And wait, I think you can place 2. You can actually place 2 of them. So I can do this. Interesting. So that was, what was it? 700 DPS times 2. So that's actually 1,400 DPS for both of them. We've already got a Heckle. What does it... Oh, I have auto active ability, but is it like a... Give me a second. Let me turn off auto active ability. Here we go. So I want to actually see what it does. We're going to get the unit up to around, I guess you could say, max. I'm going to get it to max level, and then we'll test it out with all the boosters to see what the total damage output we can get for this unit is. Obviously, I'm not bringing every single booster in the game because nobody brings every booster. Most boosters that are brought are Overgrown and Spring Duo. As soon as we get it to upgrade 6, I just noticed this. As soon as you get it to upgrade 6, it upgrades to a cone of 160. So the cone goes way bigger, moral of the story. It's just a really big cone. It can do this entire area. Upgrade 6. So I just realized upgrade 6, it increases the cone from the cone 0, quote unquote, that they had on there to cone 160. So changes damage type at upgrade 6. Also, I noticed something. I believe this is probably the Vengeance. Vengeance is what is causing this, but it actually isn't a DPS of 700. It's a DPS of 805. I assume because of the 15% damage bonus that Vengeance provides. So if you guys are wondering, it is a DPS of 105. All right, we have both of them maxed out, so I'm just going to start placing down my Overgrown Foxies just to get the boosters going. So we can see, originally it was 105. Now, once we've gotten all of these down, with Overgrown Foxies, the DPS can range from 900 to 1080 DPS, which is, guys, that's really good. And the range increases. The range isn't the best. Obviously, it's a starter and it's a knockback unit, which obviously knockback at the moment is currently insane. It's used in most metas, so I feel like this paired with Follow Me might be an insane duo. I need to see this damage, like this attack 4, to see him shoot the crying child out. I think that was probably it. Actually, wait, let me turn visual effects on, because that's probably what I'm missing. No, it doesn't actually do anything. He acts like he's going to shoot him out, but he doesn't. All right, interesting. All right, now with Spring Duo auto upgrade, the DPS goes to 1,200. 1,200 DPS for a starter? That's actually insane. That's actually crazy. Holy, wait. If not, this might be one of the best units in the game. It has a global... This is interesting. Heckle. Deal 3 knockback and 20% damage every second. But there's a global cooldown of 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Why would they give you 2 to place down if there's a global cooldown? I don't know. It seems silly. I get why, because if everyone brought a pair of them, there would be 8 sitting there and it would just be constant knockback. But still, I don't know. Maybe they could have done local cooldowns so you could still get the extra knockback, but not an insane amount. That's just my opinion. We're going to get to a further wave, one to see how far these guys can last. I'm not going to use any of these units. I don't think. No Valkyrie, no Nightmarion, solely due to the fact that I want to see the full capabilities of just the Masked Bullies. All right, I'm going to speed through this. You guys will see the end. I'll try and do the ability when there is a boss that won't just immediately die. All right, see you guys then. All right, so every couple of hits it does knockback. So I think it might have been every 4th hit, similar to this, because I don't know, it would shoot, it would take a bit, and then it's shooting, then it would. So I think it does knockback every, I don't know, 4 seconds. That was not every second, I don't think, especially because I have 2 times speed on. It might be, but that's still pretty good. That's still very, very decent. So it's just consistent knockback, apparently. I don't know, because sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Interesting. I am curious how far they'll get, because usually every team comp that I make showing up off a new unit makes it to wave 110. So if they can make it to 110 on their own, that would be nuts. All right, so we've got the guys coming, and then watch this. I'm gonna do the knockback once it's available. Give it a second. If I have enough time. Come on, activate knockback, please. No, I'm clicked off of it. All right, I think it's done for, but wave 90? Wave 90, just these guys? And Spring Door, if you count that, but just them? That's really good. That's for a starter unit. That's low-key competing with most of the high damage dealers. Okay. All right, as we saw there, the Masked Bullies are insane. Wow, there's a lot more that exist in the recent. I literally had just... You saw that earlier. There's over 100 more that exist, unless my count was just wrong. But it was 977. Now it's at 1.09. That's kind of nuts. There's a lot that are being in existence. To be fair, I have... Where is it? Where is she? I have 2 Nightmare Chicas just waiting and almost 6k exist. So it's not that hard to get them. But anyway, Masked Bullies. Probably best starter in the game. Genuinely, best starter in the game. The Masked Bullies has immediately a cone of 45, goes to a cone of 160, has 2 placements. If you boost them, which everyone does, they can hit a DPS of over 1,000. They have knockback, which is insane. 20% damage every second, and also their every 4th attack deals 150 damage. They cost only 850, which... Some games you start with less than that. Some games you start with 500, but I think there's only the beginning ones. Every game after game like 1, night 4, you start off with more than 850. Every endless, you start off with more than 850. So they're the perfect starter. They are the perfect starter. Genuinely, I think this is the best starter in the game. It has to be. I really hope they don't nerf it, but if they do, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think they'll buff it because this is just the best. It's the best starter in the game. I will say that to the grave. I'm just glad they didn't make it a dark unit, because otherwise Nightmare Fredbear would buff it or something, and that would make it even more insane. But that was my review of the... Whoa. Cool avatar. That was my review of the Masked Bullies. Crazy unit. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorites of the season. I've had a lot of favorites of the season now that I think about it. This season's just good. We have Night Marion. I like Night Marion. They're a decent unit. They're not like anything game-breaking or crazy, but they are decent. Nightmare Fredbear, absolutely insane unit. Masked Bullies, absolutely insane unit. Once again. Even Nightmare Chica is a really good unit. If you guys want to see, I'm not going to do a review on Nightmare Chica, but if you guys want to see, this is her passive, the first. She has seen everything. Every 5th attack increases her range by 1%, capped at 10. Additionally, any enemy in her range gets slowed by 10% and increased damage taken by dark type units by 8%. And you have 2 placements there. She's nuts. Most of the units of this game, of this season, of this season are nuts. I think Crying Child needs some work. The fact that they do no damage and every 30 seconds the flashlight overheats, blood leaves a stackable puddle that slows. I don't know, it's just... Crying Child seems mediocre. Every other unit seems really good though. Masked Bullies has to be one of my favorites. Masked Bullies and Fredbear are probably the top of my list for this season. Anyway, that will be all. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment some other videos you want to see me make down and below. And I hope all of you are having a lovely day, night, and or evening. And I will see all of you in the next one. Peace out, guys.